Happy birthday!
Oh, hi.
I made you a cupcake.
Is your mom home, sweetie?
No, not right now.
Do you know if she'll be back soon?
I'm not really sure.
Well, do you need to come over for dinner again?
And I got you something too. I hope you like it.
Okay, grab your shoes. Let's go.
I race you to my house. Okay. Let me see your elbow. I can get to nurse.
Yeah, Kevin's just a big jerk. I'm okay. I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I don't want to play tag anymore anyways. Let's swing.
Good job. Ooh, look at that. That's pretty awesome. That looks really good. Oh, look at that. That's looking good. Can I show you a cool way to do that?
I'm sorry, okay? I've been trying to get my grades up, but I'm just stupid and I don't understand anything, okay? This is a dumb class anyway, and I don't understand why we even have to learn this stupid stuff. I guess I'm too much of an idiot to understand art. Sorry for wasting your precious time.
Wow, you look...
I don't think I can go out with you tonight.
What?
I'm sorry, okay?
Who was that?
Just a kid I used to know.
Did you notice? Not a lot of people did. Nobody, actually. But I've been a victim of child abuse for my whole life. We can't go back to change it, but I can show you what everybody missed the first time. It didn't start with them hitting me. There were other things, though. They left me alone. A lot. I wasn't old enough to make my own food yet, so mostly that meant I didn't eat much. There were other things I didn't have, coats and shoes and stuff. No one noticed how often my parents weren't around or all the times I didn't bring lunch money to school. Sometimes abuse looks like a really lonely child. Some signs of abuse are harder to hide, like the bruises, but you figure it out. I always wore long sleeves, even when it was hot. No one ever asked me why. Little things set me off, but I couldn't control what was happening. I just lost it. I just couldn't deal with it. Everyone in that classroom knew that I wasn't acting like myself, but they didn't know why. I never had nice things, until he came along. He got me whatever I wanted. I thought he loved me for me. I was wrong. Everyone saw my new phone and my designer clothes, but no one asked where they came from. Sexual abuse isn't always as secret as everyone thinks it is. Abuse doesn't always look the same for every child. It can happen in any neighborhood, to any kid. It doesn't have to be a parent. It can be an older sibling, a teacher, a coach. I'm not the only victim. For all the times that I couldn't, someone can. Just call.
Our ultimate goal is to reduce child abuse and neglect, reduce child fatality, and to reduce the number of kids who are leaving their homes and entering care.
I think when people see the less obvious situations where there might be a child that comes to school without maybe the right clothes on, they haven't had enough to eat in that morning, other situations that present themselves and they think to themselves, what do I do here?
So we have a screening unit where we have dedicated professional social workers who are responsible for receiving calls from the community, where we receive reports of abuse and neglect, and where we're able to take information regarding those calls and then make a decision related to the next appropriate steps.
Reporting is not tattling. Reporting isn't snitching. Calls can be made anonymously. Oftentimes, that's easier for some people to make a call anonymously, and that at least gets information to somebody who can intervene.
If they intervene with a family, they can also provide supports and resources so that family can move on with their life and have the successes that we all want.
From the moment that we take the call, we're going to be engaging the caller and talking to them about several aspects about what they may be concerned about. So in addition to asking, what are you concerned about? What have you seen or heard? What have you experienced? What do you know? We're also going to ask information that helps us locate the family, so demographic information, safety in the home. As much information that the caller can provide us during the initial call helps us both make an appropriate screening call and then helps us make contact with the family once we go out. Every call that is received, every bit of information is reviewed by a supervisor at the department. All of our supervisors have a master's degree in social work and a clinical license in social work, and they are reviewing every call that comes in against legal criteria to determine whether it meets the definition and legal criteria for abuse and neglect.
Research has showed us over the years that the impact of removing kids from their families is pretty substantial, and we can't ignore the long-term outcomes of that.
We all have a responsibility in ensuring that kids are safe, but that's not where we want to stop. How do we use this crisis, a call to Child Protective Services, as an opportunity to engage parents in a positive way?
It is our intention that children do best in families and do best in their own families. And we're working hard every day with every family, with all of our social workers, to make sure that we're supporting children in their families whenever possible, in as many ways as possible.
Keeping families intact and supporting the areas that they might be struggling in is the best possible outcome for kids long term.
We often see people at their worst. We see people when they're down, and our role at that point is to help walk the journey with them.
We need to destigmatize the process Our goal is to make sure that families feel supported and strong so that they can truly continue to make the best decisions they can and their children can thrive.
A call to the child welfare system can be life-saving. If you're concerned about the safety of a child, you don't have to prove it, and you don't have to determine what it is. They may not be able to, but you can. Just make the call.
You're calling to get this kid and potentially this family some help, some support that they need. Terrible things can happen in your life, but really, really great things can happen in your life too. And we can be a part of that.